Hi Laserscanner friends, Eric here from Laserscanning Europe. Laserscanning TV is our show. In this show, like we bring most times the hottest stuff from the Laserscanner market, hardware, software, tips and tricks, and some cool accessory. If you are interested, stay tuned. Let's start with Apple. Now you're thinking maybe what's Apple with 3D scanners? As you know, in the newer version of an iPhone or an iPad, there is also integrated LiDAR system. And the Apple guys figure out, like we does it in 10 years and 15 years in the past, that LiDAR generates a lot of point clouds and very good data, but a lot of point clouds. And they say in this article, this is and maybe also some RGB values. And they say the problem in that is if you want to share it, it took you a lot of time and you have a lot of data, what is expensive to store. And to use it, there's maybe in full potential. They think that they have to reduce the size of the data, and they're working on, or they asked for 3 patents where they compress the point cloud by different methods. This is here in the article. I don't like to tell you everything in detail. I will mark it here and then you can read this by yourself. Also they have like video-based point cloud compression with predicted patches, and then they had also some other stuff, and they'd like to use it in for the AR application and for Apple Car. Jumping to the next from the consumer side, and now in this beginning we are pretty in consumer side, but I find this also interesting. There's Epic Games, the producer of different game types. I'm not a soccer guy, I don't know what cool games they know, but I know Epic is one of the big guys in the market. They're introducing the reality scan, they call them, and this they do together with reality capture, what is a very common software in this market, and together with Quixel, the creator of Mega Scans. It's very new for me. And they both apps, they're building a pioneer technology for that a big customer group have now access to photogrammetry application. You can you can load this app on your device, like your phone, and then you can, I think the beta version is free, and then you can scan some items, like they show it here, it's like share, and then you can put this in the Sketchfab factory, and then you can use the data in maybe later in your Epic Games game. Wow, complicated. Yeah, also for the soccer guys and scanning guys, maybe that's your next toy. Then we go forward. Interesting, we go now up in the space. There is a big fight between the scientist guys and the NASA, because the scientist guys, they're using the GD system, the Global Ecosystem Dynamics Investigation LiDAR system is the full name. And they capture from the earth, the ground, and they can use it because they can measure on top of the 3 vegetation and the ground model, and from this you can do very good calculation of biomasses and everything what is important for the guys they're working with the climate change, and they find the data very useful. The problem is now actually all they have is the program goes from 2019 until 2023 to the next year, and the NASA say, okay, we won't shut down this program and won't use the space for other instruments. But the scientists guys from the climate department, they find this value from the LiDAR-based system very useful, and now they want that this GD system can be worked longer on this space station. That's how it is. So then next, Quanergy. It's a producer for small low-cost LiDAR systems. They announced that they're working together with Mirasis with Mirasis software, or this is a software platform that they can use these low-cost LiDAR in their security software. And the idea is the security software using usually cameras, but the LiDAR system can help you. They can work in very good in all weather condition and all light condition. And that's very important to detect like vehicles or a person if the optical situation for camera is not the best one. That's the idea. They connected this both together. Yeah, that's new. Also, then next one, we go to the Stanford University. I think that's very interesting for the science guys here in the audience. and they try to bring normal cameras like you have in your cell phone, SLR cameras, that you can use them for measurement without photogrammetry. As normally they works on these CMOS sensors, and this is usually only 2D flat, and they figure out some points where they can, or I don't move the direction from the camera beams, that they can have a 3D measurement. This is how they do it. Is here in the article. You can read this. The interesting stuff is you have there two applications. If you can use it on the full scale, you have only one point. You have many of these cameras, like every cell phone, every SLR camera is then a future potential laser scanner. And you can then also, cameras have a much higher resolution as typical LiDAR sensor can have, as you can use it for detail scanning. And on the other hand, you have a very big group of cheap sensors, means if they can get these massive, what they figure out, to a practical one, also like a practical outcomes, then you maybe have an option in the future to get more point clouds from different devices and have then your application. Also that's very interesting to follow up. Then we go to motorsports, what I like. And the guys from the Formula 1, they use now also laser scanners. Why they use it? They figure out that if you not control it, teams doing maybe some changes during the race weekend, and they can do it so easy. They now take CAD data of your car. So you have to send the CAD data, how your cars look like, I think on the beginning of the racing season to these FIA guys. And then they take this scan data, and then they control your design of the car with these existing cars. So they put the existing car in a scanning space, and they use here, I think, a LiDAR, like a hexagon system, and then they have the CAD file, and then they check if your existing car during the race weekend is like this, what you tell them like it should be, or what you have the homologation, very complicated wording, for. Also give you more security and more sporty fairness in the race by using laser scanners. So jumping to next one, I'd like to show it to you. Because I saw this company on a Japanese or Chinese SLAM scanner, and I say, what's the kind of small low-cost sensor we have here? And I never heard it before from this company. The company name is Hesai, is my German Chinese name. Maybe it's different. Then you can write down if you know how is the right wording for this name or the right speaking. I was checking out where they're coming from. It's quite a new company, founded in 2014. They have these three gentlemen. If you check them out, all of them have double degrees in China and Stanford University in electrical, mechanical stuff, and award-winning students. I think that's very smart guys. They say that in this year they will start with these commercial operation to produce automotive sensors, but I also saw that they have mapping sensors, and they got really a big investment, like $500,000 US from Xiaomi. Also this is, I think, the handy producer, and Bosch, and also Baidu. Also big Chinese companies and global investors. I think that's it's maybe another sensor comparing to Velodyne or other systems on the market. We can have here short the specs. I think you have it on one side. I have it found it here. They have different systems here with 50, 100, and 200 meters. On one hand, they had these how this system. It's the higher system have more points and the lower have less points. Accuracy is 2 centimeters. Also pretty similar from what I saw to a similar system on the market. And then we go to the next one. It's Nvidia announced DriveMat. It's a scalable multimodal mapping engine, and this should be work for level 3 and 4 autonomy driving. The mapping fleet to survey 500,000 kilometers worldwide by 2024 should create a Earth-scale digital twin with centimeter level accuracy. And that's what they like to doing there. all details are here in this article. I like to link you. It is very interesting. There's big players like Nvidia now also in the scanning market. And then we go to the next one, is this one. I think I spoken about in some of the last episode about Vortex IOT. They like to deliver a state-of-the-art LiDAR-based vehicle to infrastructure, call him V2I. That's very news for me. This is very useful for the urban accessory management, also for the management what the city have. And the idea is, you can see it here on the picture, they're putting some very small laser sensors on the roof of public cars. It can be a bus or the dump truck or other city cars. And they're having a 5G network system and of course the server infrastructure, and the two online mapping, real-time monitoring, and they can monitor different items like road markings, potholes, road signs, bus stops. There's a lot of information. Everything what they can see, they can capture, and they can see between two drives, is there any changing between them. And then you can have an analyzing of the data, and you can see in real time if you have any changing, and you have to maybe send out a maintenance guy to fix it. Also very interesting. And they say that there's also on global basis, if you have a smart city, you can save 227 billion US dollars by 25. So then we jump from UK back to China to CHC Navigation. Is a big player in the Chinese geospatial industry, and they have over a long time some LiDAR systems, and now they announced that they have an own software, or they integrated the point cloud engine in their own software. They call them corporate LiDAR processing software, and they're supporting their own systems like the Alpha Air 450 and the Alpha 3D for mobile mapping. Yeah, that's new for these guys. And then we're jumping more. Here's something I have to explain you. Usually I have a lot of English stuff, but this is German. I find this very interesting. We're speaking about here how to use these LiDAR stuff, as a LiDAR systems like airborne LiDAR mostly, to figure out old stuff. Here they use it, and they got here some information about castle of the guys from Italy, the Römer. I don't know who is this in English, explaining like the old Caesar guys. They have, you know, there was in whole Europe, and they figure out by using laser scanners some of their castles here in Germany. And this technology is also used in other areas, like in Asia. There was also some using of these LiDAR system, and how they can use it. Like I said in the beginning, they capture with the laser, and with multipulse you can kick out the vegetation, and you get the ground model, and then you see is there any historical information in this ground. And in this article there is written that is something also critical, because this technology is only available for which countries, because an airborne flight is like 100,000 US dollar. But actually overall is the dimension here that the potential is have a big potential to figure out more about our history by using laser scanning technology. And then we come from all these science guys, China guys and American guys to what we're doing here and some accessory stuff. I need another coffee. We developed in our shop here some April checks. Idea was that you need this for dot product scanner, but you can also use it autonomous driving, AI, machine learning. Everybody needs April Tech, and you have to mark them. And we have two different models. These are more the flexible one, and both of them magnetics. You can put them on magnetic surfaces. And then we have also here this more stable one that you can put this on the car and have it there for a longer time. Will be coming soon in our web shop. Check this out, and I think that's for all. I have some also other stuff, but it's only in German. I think maybe if somebody in German, we have on our website, we have a very nice section where we get some tips and tricks in for using point clouds in Revit, and some special modeling tricks in Revit. Maybe there is undertitling this in other countries. Check this out. And then that's all for me now for April session. I think I present a lot of information for you. Only one to the end, you know, YouTube is working. Give me a thumb up and subscribe to the channel that you don't miss any of these hot laser scan information in the future. Bye-bye, Eric.